Hello, I'm Mark Hoffman, and this is my Storybox. Question 1. Why do you want to be a cybersecurity professional? For me, cybersecurity represents the perfect convergence of curiosity, problem solving, and impact. A large part of my career has been in sales and customer service, where I learned how to listen deeply to people, understand their needs, and build trust. Over time, I realized what energized me most wasn't the transaction itself, the challenge of protecting relationships, information, and systems from being misused. That realization led me to enroll in Springboard Cybersecurity Bootcamp, where I've been training intensely for the past year. The program gave me hands on exposure to tools like Wireshark, Metasploit, Splunk, and Nmap, as well as simulated projects in network defense, incident response, and vulnerability assessment. What excites me is how every challenge feels like a puzzle, one where solving it means preventing real harm. Coming from a background in English, I also see cybersecurity as a discipline of translation, taking complex technical risks and explaining them in plain language so others can act on them. And my sales experience taught me how to bridge communication gaps and build buy in, which I believe can be just as valuable in security as technical expertise. Question 2. Why do I want to work at this company? There are many places where I could apply these skills, but Google stands out for two reasons. First, it's the scale. The products and infrastructure touch billions of people worldwide. That means the security challenges are just as diverse as they are critical. Now, working here would allow me to contribute to protecting not just a company, but an entire ecosystem of users and organizations who rely on Google every day. Second, it's the culture, and from what I've learned, Google invests heavily in innovation and in its people. The idea of being surrounded by brilliant minds who are encouraged to question, experiment, and keep learning, that resonates with me as someone who's made a mid career shift. I want to bring the discipline and skills I've gained through the Springboard Bootcamp and apply them in an environment where I can both contribute immediately and continue to grow. Question 3. Tell me about a time you had to handle a conflict with my colleagues. When I worked in enterprise sales for a large telecom provider, our team was pursuing a major contract with a Fortune 500 client. One colleague on the team was pushing hard to bundle in premium services to increase revenue. Another colleague argued that the client was extremely cost sensitive, and if we didn't streamline the proposal, we could lose the entire deal. So the disagreement started to create tension in our meetings, and deadlines were slipping. I stepped in by asking both sides to walk through their priorities in detail. Then I reframed the problem. We didn't need to choose between premium services and cost savings. We needed to present value in a way that the client would understand. I suggested offering the core services at a competitive rate while positioning premium add ons as optional upgrades that demonstrated future scalability. This approach allowed us to present a flexible proposal that met the client's budget while keeping the door open for upselling later. The client ended up signing the contract, which turned into a multi year relationship. Within our team, the conflict actually strengthened collaboration because everyone saw how listening and compromise could provide a better solution. That experience showed me that conflict, when managed openly, can lead to stronger outcomes. And in cybersecurity, where teams with different priorities, technical, business, and legal, must align quickly, I feel those skills are directly transferable. So, in summary, I want to be a cybersecurity professional because it combines continuous learning with meaningful impact. I want to work at Google because of its scale and culture of innovation. And I bring with me not only technical training through a year of intensive bootcamp work, but also my years of experience in sales where I honed communication, conflict resolution, and trust building skills. I see this career change not as starting over, but as carrying forward my strengths into a field that truly excites me. Thanks so much for listening.